So, I'm just going
Just checking.
like I said, I'm going to enjoy that Sunday.
Just want to know which way to go.
And just take the week
you were
like
just
God
asking.
Take it. Nothing's going to change. Except we have a really, really big game that Saturday. So nothing's going to change for me. But I'm going to tell you what, that Saturday, that's going to start off my great week because, I'm going to be out in the community. So this is going to be a great week. I know it is.
I know it's premature, but there's a chance Saturday could be your last game at Michigan Stadium. You thought about that at all?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, it has crossed my mind, but have I really thought about it? I haven't. That's gonna be a decision, sit down and really evaluate what I want. So it just crossed my mind, definitely. I do not have a decision. I don't really know. I'm just kind of going with the flow, just like I said, being where my feet are, just attacking each and every opportunity that comes my way. And at the end, when everything's over with, I'll sit back and really see what I want.
Well, keep on doing what you're doing. Win 2 more games, and we'll talk to you soon. Blake Corum joining us on the Stoney and Jansen program, 97.1, The Ticket.
Hey, we are in the sweet spot of the football season, both NFL and college, and now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. All you got to do is sign up with promo code Jansen. And if you haven't taken a look, so you could check something easy, like money line, point spreads, player props. If you want to do something that's a little bit more adventurous, dig a little deeper, build yourself a same-game parlay, put down a little, win a lot. All on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So sign up today with promo code Jansen for your no-sweat first bet and make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or over, present in Michigan. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by the National Electrical Contractors Association, NECA. Quite a few accidents on the drive this morning. US 23 southbound just before Heine Road, M59 westbound after Crooks, southbound 75 after East Holly Road, and southbound 75 near Clintonville Road. It's National Apprenticeship Week, and NECA salutes our hardworking electrical apprentices who help build, connect, light, and power the region. Apprentices get paid while they learn and are on their way to building a lifelong career. Learn more at smcneca.org. The best contractors, period. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Michigan football hosts Illinois. Pre-game Saturday at 11. Kickoff at noon on 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, wait, don't make a $10,000 mistake. This is Tanya Lalonde from Lalonde Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And we've got so many trucks that we're making deals that other dealers won't. Lease a new Ram Bighorn Quad Cab for just $299 per month. Got a bump on your credit? Don't sweat it. Lalonde's lenient lenders can get you approved. So come see me, Tanya Lalonde, today at the all-new Lalonde Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in beautiful Imlay City, Michigan. Or click LaLondeChrysler.com.
36 months lease, $19.99 US signing plus tax tag and first payment. No security deposit with lender approval.
Jeep Ram. 1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids.
With car prices at an all-time high, our donors are now getting highest receipts ever. Donate at carsforkids.org and your car can be picked up tomorrow. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today. Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Tigers fans, a great way to reserve your seat for a season of Detroit Tigers baseball is with a Motor City Flex Plan, starting as low as $99. Every plan includes a seat to opening day, presented by Rocket Mortgage. The Tigers take on the Red Sox, plus 9 other games to choose, including teams like the Mets, Cubs, Padres, Yankees, and more. And additional games to unlock exclusive benefits like play catch on the Comerica Park Field, a free MLB.TV subscription, and more. Tigers.com/flex to build your plan today.
Let Savvy Sliders cater your next event with Savvy Holiday Party Packs. And enjoy your choice of 24 gourmet sliders or 36-piece hand-breaded chicken fingers for only $59.99. Click on SavvySliders.com to find a location near you and register to win your own party pack.
Hi there, I'm your host, Doug, filling in for the human who's gnarly here, bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a begging Christmas. We wish you a begging Christmas. So Christy, Mary, Doberman with begging you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of begging.
Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. I just take one pill each morning and zero heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief. Science proves quality sleep is vital.
Wasn't sure, so get back on track.
The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. And it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. So you're at your best for yourself and those you care about most. Life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number. It's our ultimate Sleep Number event. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed plus special financing, only for limited time. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Hey, it's Boomer Esiason, and we all know the game isn't over till it's over. So next time you need parts for your car, don't call it quits. Go to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts to take your car into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Well, the big grand opening's underway at Dick's Warehouse Sales Store in Canton. And right now, you can go to Dick's Warehouses. They have thousands of styles that are up to 70% off right now. Select hoodies and sweatshirts, $20 or less, and select footwear for the family at $40 or less. Plus, take an additional 25% off the lowest ticketed price on apparel and footwear. Dick's Warehouse Sales Store is part of Dick's Sporting Goods family, so you can get scoreboard points and redeem your rewards. So get out to Dick's Warehouse Sales Store on Ford Road in Canton, just east of I-275. As the grand opening is underway, you can take advantage of some of the best apparel and footwear deals.
The latest news and information on the Big Ten on the 5 Star Zone podcast with Rico Beard. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, we got the 2 Grand Slam coming up at 7:25, but first, Heather with news.
Well, the University of Virginia football team will not play its game against Coastal Carolina on Saturday. Obviously, this comes following the tragic deaths of 3 of its players. Now, the school made the announcement revealing that the game is not going to have a makeup date, and they also said that their finale against Virginia Tech, which is scheduled for November 26th, could also be canceled as well. Now, on that same day that announcement was made, the gunman, who was a former UVA football player, made a court appearance, and during that court appearance, there was a witness that did say she was a witness to the shooting, and she told police that the gunman targeted these specific people. And speaking of the victims, 2 of them were not fatally shot, and they're still fighting for their life. And I got a little bit of good news out of the whole situation. The family of Mike Holland says that he successfully made it through 2 surgeries and is recovering.
I know, and I did hear that one of them was on a ventilator or was on a obviously life-saving device, and wrote down, "How are my teammates?"
Oh my gosh, I read that too, and I just got chills thinking of it.
They couldn't tell him because he was in such a fragile state that 3 of them had passed.
I literally just got chills when you said that, because I read that article too, and I can't even imagine. A Livonia pharmacist is facing charges for running a multi-million-dollar cough syrup scheme. So the 35-year-old was charged with 20 felonies, including wire fraud, money laundering, and illegally dispensing prescription cough syrup worth millions of dollars. So basically, he was buying a ton of this prescription cough syrup and then selling it through the back door of his company to like street dealers, because they can make drugs from this ingredient that's found in the cough syrup. He was making millions of dollars. Police raided his home last year, and he had so much cash that they found it hidden in the walls of his house. Yeah, he faces up to 20 years in prison. Classes were canceled on Wednesday for students at multiple schools downriver after a threatening post was circulating on social media. Taylor High School, Taylor Virtual Learning Academy, and the Taylor Career and Technical Center were all closed so that police could conduct an investigation. The messages on social media were very threatening, talked about students dying. Also, the messages were posted alongside a photo of this AK-47 style gun. So of course, very serious threat. And speaking of these threats, they're not stopping. This was not the only threat that took place on Wednesday. There was multiple other school threats across the state. And when it comes to these threats, Macomb County is considering holding parents accountable for threats that are made by their children. So like I said, there's several other threats, and not only is it disrupting the school day, right? Students aren't in class. They're being put on lockdown. They're being sent home early. They're being canceled altogether. But not only that, but police are using so many of their resources to investigate these threats, which they have to do, but they're pushing other work that they have to do aside to take care of these. So in East Point, the public safety chief went before the city council on Tuesday night to vote to charge parents the police department's costs in such situations, and it passed that vote, but there's another vote before it actually goes through.
As more and more of these kids get caught and be thrown in jail, which is happening.
It is.
When are they going to stop? Don't they realize, or maybe they don't care?
Kids at that age, they don't really understand the repercussions. I don't think.
I don't think they do either, but this is where parents have to parent, and they have to have this conversation. You know,
and that is what.
You do not make accusations like this. You do not make threats like this. If you do, this is going to be the consequence. And not only are you going to suffer the consequence, I will as well. Now, it's not obviously that sounds like jail time, but
right? No, it'd be a fine.
Yeah, they're going to have to pay. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some type of accountability for all involved.
Do they still have like homerooms in high school and middle
school?
So
I mean, I have no idea.
Every school teacher is, in first thing of class should sit there and tell these kids, listen.
I'm sure they do. There's no way that these
new traffic lights.
Oh, I know.
And that's what a lot of these
new
superintendents,
traffic lights.
every time they write a note home that, hey, classes are canceled, they're saying, remember to keep your children at home. It has to be in both. It really does. All right, so the Oakland County Sheriff's Office is asking for tips from the public to identify 2 people who allegedly spent some big bucks with a stolen credit card at a local Home Depot. So they're actually offering a reward of up to $1,000
I would think
for any information that could lead to their arrest. They've got some nice video and photos of this pair, so I'm sure somebody knows who they are. Always, these internet sleuths are amazing. They spent $745 in painting equipment and supplies. They took off, the man took off in a late model black Dodge Ram pickup with all of the paint supplies, and the female suspect drove off in a silver Nissan Armada. So, if you know who they are, call Crime Stoppers.
Yes, absolutely.
One more?
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to Thanksgiving, green bean casserole is like a staple at Thanksgiving dinner, right?
Yes.
Whether you like it or not,
it's get rid of it every year, and it's showing up.
It's always there. I do too. And like the little crunchy bits that are on top. Oh, the best. Well, this year, instead of eating green bean casserole, you can actually drink it, kind of.
Hey, my leftover smoothie is catching on. I should have trademarked it.
So nasty. Well, it's not quite a smoothie. It's actually a green bean casserole flavored seltzer water.
Oh, that sounds worse.
It sounds awful. It sounds like if you had a can of green beans and then you just drink the juice that's left over, but with like some sparkling like fizzy water.
Fizzy water in it.
That is really bad.
So nasty.
That is a bad food idea.
How about some green bean fizzy water?
Yes, absolutely. All right, thank you, Heather. Hey, it's time.
It's the Stoney and Jansen 2 Grand Slam. Your chance to win $2,000 in 60 seconds.
Yes, it's that time of the week where you can win $2,000. 248-539-9797 is the telephone number. The way this works, we will ask you 10 questions within 60 seconds. If you get them all correct, you win $2,000.
Absolutely. And we love to give away $2 grand.
We love to give away John Odyssey's money. No fears in that. Now, you get $25 for each correct response. We will not tell you if you got one right or wrong. If you don't know, we suggest you pass quickly and go back because you can, get 7 or 8 in 45 seconds, and you'll have 15 seconds to play with. A lot of people have won money doing that.
Yes.
Being very wise.
Yes. Save your time.
Yes, indeed. All right, this is very interesting, 2 grand slam. We go one of 2 ways. I think you're completely off the hook. Well, no, I think it's a possibility. It could be like a 9 where a winner, or it could be 1 or 2. Of course, because
So like 9 is the man, and then 1 is the
because I Because I said that they'll end up with 5 or 6.
Yeah, so it could get 5, it could get 6.
Yeah.
7.
All right.
4 is a
Rob in
possibility,
South
too.
Lyon. How you doing, Rob?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Have you played the 2 Grand Slam before?
About 3 years ago.
How'd you do?
9.
Okay.
You got a gamer here.
All right, so you know the rules. You know how this works. The clock will start when I begin the first question. Good luck, Rob. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Who did the Michigan men's basketball team play last night?
Pitt.
Where did Lions safety Kirby Joseph play in college?
Illinois.
Who does Michigan play in football this Saturday?
Illinois.
John Jansen's wife and my sister share this same first name.
Pass.
Lisa Kudrow played this character on Friends.
Phoebe.
Christian Watson is a wide receiver for this NFL team.
Green Bay Packers.
He was named National League Manager of the Year earlier this week.
Dusty Baker.
Is Pellston located in the lower or upper peninsula of Michigan?
Upper.
Who is the interim head coach of the Indianapolis Colts?
Pass.
Who leads the Detroit Lions in tackles?
Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday.
Who leads the Detroit Lions in tackles? John Jansen's wife and my sister. We got you with 6. Technically, Jeff Saturday does not lead the Lions in tackles, but we'll give it to you. You got 6.
I appreciate it. It just came to me like 5 seconds
That's
later.
okay.
So.
You got 6 correct. That's $150. Way to go. Good for the holiday season.
I appreciate it.
Exactly. See, you said you were 2 or 9, so you got 6. Just it's opportunities. We knew that was going to happen. All right, way to go. All right. John Jansen's wife and my sister share the same first name. It's Lisa. Buck Showalter, not Dusty Baker, was named National League Manager of the Year earlier this week. And, of course, Dusty Baker is the manager of the Houston Astros, who's in the American League. Pellston, located in the lower peninsula.
Come on, people!
I even knew that. And,
Icebox of the world.
and Alex Anzalone leads the Lions in tackles. So that was 6th. The 2 Grand
Not Jeff Saturday?
The 2 Grand Slam, as always, brought to you by the fine folks at Genesis Credit Union. All right.
I was wondering how that would go if you said the answer because after you said number 4, you know, my wife's name and your sister.
Right.
And then you said Lisa Kudrow. If they instantly, it hit them and said, oh, Lisa.
Yeah.
Where would we count that?
Would we say Lisa's the character on Friends? Or if your wife's name is Jeff Saturday.
Or Lisa Kudrow leads the Lions in tackles. Or my sister or your wife. All right, 248-539-9797. It's Stoney and Jansen on a Thursday, 97 won the ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, the D Las Vegas is your place for lots of fun when you're going to Las Vegas. And who doesn't want to go to Las Vegas? It's a blast. Especially downtown, the odds are better. You walk around downtown and you can just walk for like a mile or 2 and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of crazy things going on there. As opposed to the Strip, where if you want to walk around anywhere, it's like, it takes forever to go from one hotel to the next. It's not as much fun. The D, best bang for your buck, too. Go to thed.com, book your room today. They got great places like the Long Bar. We hang out, have a great time. The bartenders are putting on a show. They got great food like Joe Vicari's Andiamo Italian Steakhouse right there. American Coney Island. You want to golf? I'll hook you up with a tee time on all the good courses that are in Las Vegas. So, do yourself a favor. Go to thed.com, book your room today. Have a great time. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas.
You want to beat the books? Here's a trend that might help you find a winner. The New England Patriots are just 1-10-1 against the spread in their last 12 games at home following a bye week. This might be because if you give Belichick an extra week to prepare, he'll find a way to shut you down. Clearly, that's not the case. The Jets come to New England as 3-point dogs this weekend, and if history is any judge, better take the Jets and those points. I'm Trista Crick, helping you beat the books.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs ensuring everything is game day ready. Please see your Joe fixed-in seats so every fan can enjoy every game. Get Alley, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you. With supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Black Friday sales event is going on at Gallietta's Van Dyke Dodge in Orange. You can lease a new Ram 1500 Bighorn for $269 per month. VanDykeDodge.com. 39-month employee leases with $39.95 to exotic. All rebates will be given with top-tier credit approval.
My husband and I live next door to a haunted graveyard. It's a little creepy, but we manage. Just like we manage without home internet. Do I wish my mobile hotspot was faster? Yes, but I make it work. Kinda. Just like we make it work sleeping next to a 17th century burial ground.
Honey, can you move your hand?
That's not my hand.
It's mine.
It is that bad. Don't settle. Switch to Xfinity and get one line of unlimited mobile and home internet together for $50 a month for 12 months. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit your local Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New Connect Internet customers only on one-year contract. Internet included for 12 months. New Xfinity mobile account required. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank accounts. For 12 months, regular rates apply. Xfinity postpaid internet required for Xfinity mobile. Additional devices extra. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of data usage. Offer ends 12/21/22.
Clips Premium Audio combines thoughtful design, visionary innovation, and premium materials to create the ultimate listening experience. For more than 75 years, these iconic designs have produced the power, performance, and passion synonymous with the Klipsch name. Discerning audiophiles entrust their music to Klipsch for extraordinary clarity and vivid sound. Superior audio comes from Klipsch, keepers of the sound.
When people have a craving to explore new traditional Asian cuisines, they head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities for their website. They turned to AmericanEagle.com. AmericanEagle.com re-architected P.F. Chang's website, integrating
Or does it smell like
third-party
Nana
systems
Joe's
to create a
face?
unified digital experience. The results? Improved page speed and performance, personalized content based on users' location, intuitive online ordering, an increase in organic search visibility, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made Asian cuisine, visit your local P.F. Chang's or go to pfchangs.com for website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. P.F. Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world, turning to the best in the business for websites. Go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Now latest on your Detroit Lions. Download Necessary Roughness with TJ Lang and John Jensen today. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jensen.
Last night in Brooklyn, Michigan over Pitt 91-60 in the opener of the Legends Classic. They'll take on former teammate Frankie Collins in Arizona State in the championship game tonight. You can hear that on the WWJ. Jed Howard leading the way with 17 points. Buffkin at 14. Joey Baker with 14. It's good that you had a game where you don't have to say Hunter Dickinson,
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
He did have 11
coming off his double-double.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Also college basketball locally last night. Antoine Davis at 28 as the Titans of the University of Detroit beat Ohio U 88-74. The Bobcats, Toledo crushed Oakland 112-90. College football in the state. Well, it was actually in Ohio, but Eastern continued to play some good football. They beat Kent 31-24. And in the Snow Bowl in Mount Pleasant, Western over Central 12-10. Jim Costa was there with his wife having a wonderful time. And it was wonderful on television to watch.
I know. I wonder if you did this. I turned it on. And I've been in the house. I've been in the basement for a little while, downstairs playing with the kids. And I came up, turned it on. And I know Mount Pleasant is a couple hours away. I get that. But I saw that, and then I peeked out the window. is it snowing here? And
No, but
at that time it wasn't.
But it's funny you mention it because I was out for dinner, so it was on the TV where I was at, and so I came home and I put it on, and Sydney was out playing canasta, and I which is
I know.
Okay, there's something I don't know what it is.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
So the excitement in the St. Juan household is outstanding. That's where I'm going to use that term.
What's wrong with women playing cards?
There's nothing wrong.
Guys play poker, women can play canasta, or women can play poker too. Anyway,
gin rummy.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, so I turned on the Western Central game, and to see all the snow and all that. So I called my daughter. I said, Jess, come here. I want you to see something. And she looked at it. She goes, wow. She goes, did we get any snow?
Yeah.
That's the first thing she thought of. Yes,
you
absolutely.
You're like, it's the state of Michigan. It must be snowing everywhere.
Yes. By the way, both the Pistons and the Red Wings play in John's favorite state tonight of California. The Pistons in LA against the Clippers, and the Wings in San Jose against the Sharks. Wings game right here on 97 won the ticket. Pistons Clippers will follow the Michigan game on News Radio 950. All right. We are a company that it's called Odyssey, as many people know. We're owned by a guy named John Odyssey. And John always lets us know.
I love it that you named him. And it's John Odyssey, not John.
Yes, John Odyssey.
Yeah, John.
Yeah. So John Odyssey lets us know when they have really cool things on the app. And don't forget, you can always download the app. It's free. Listen to all of our shows, all of our podcasts that we have here. Necessary Roughness with you and TJ, 5-Star Zone with Rico, Cash the Ticket with Costa and Valenti, and Restore the Floor with myself.
And the best thing about it is that rewind feature in case you missed great segments like the inbred segment.
Yes, and it's chaptered.
Yes.
So you find them. Anyway, so there's a new podcast out there called Your Weirdest Fears, which is free on the Odyssey app. So, people have fears of spiders, fears of anything. People have fears.
Yes.
Some I understand that, some they don't.
Fears are irrational.
Correct. So we want to ask you at 248-539-9797, what is your biggest Detroit sports fear in this area, Michigan sports?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there, look, the history of these franchises, I understand a lot of fears.
Yes, we're kind of living in a nightmare.
Right. Mine is as current as can be. My fear, and I don't think it's going to happen, so let's about it.
It's okay. I already said fears can be irrational.
Yes. And Michigan's going to blow the game Saturday to Illinois.
Irrational.
Completely irrational.
Yes.
Because they're going to run the ball for like 200
You know what?
yards.
That actually should be my fear, because then after that game I have to go home.
Yes, your wife went to Illinois.
Yes, and my father-in-law played there. And
he's going to be there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to be there. He'll be in the booth. So yeah, wearing his Illini gear, and I expect my wife to as well. The enemy will be present.
Oh.
Yes. So we do have to make sure that we take care of business and put Mike Stone's mind at ease, and the rest. Because I don't know when Michigan plays Illinois. That's the thing about playing somebody and having a in-house rival on somebody in the other side of the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. That could last longer than we talk about Michigan State lasting 365 days. This one could last a little bit longer.
Yes, it could.
So I understand the fear. I somewhat feel it myself, and I'm kind of feeling worse now. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
But my fear, my Detroit sports fear, is that, and I'm going to enter fantasy land for just a moment, okay? The Detroit Lions get to the NFC Championship game. I told you fantasy.
I know.
And they are, insert any opponent, I don't even care who it is, but they're winning. And they are about 45 seconds away, very similar to what the Buffalo Bills were last week. No chance, no timeouts left on the other side. They couldn't possibly lose this game. And then what we saw in Buffalo happens.
So they're home too?
They're home.
They got a home NFC Championship game?
Let's make this fantasy even better. A home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Everybody is going crazy. It's louder. The roof, as we said, would be blown off of Ford Field. And then all of a sudden, there's a deafening silence. when the ball is fumbled. And the opponent recovers it in the end zone for a game-winning, sending the other team to the Super Bowl moment. That would have to be the ultimate SOL.
Hello, Delta. You know that airline I just booked at halftime when we were up 23-16? Please cancel that.
Yeah. Won't be going out to SoFi.
Yes. Gov, what's yours?
Okay, so we've got to do something realistic here.
Yeah.
Fears need to be somewhat realistic.
Oh, no, they don't.
We're not going to get attacked by pigeons, okay? If that's your fear, that's the likelihood. All right, mine is, I think, realistic because they've done it 3 times since 2008. The Lions have drafted a tight end in the first round. I want absolutely nothing to do with Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. Great prospect, best tight end coming into the draft this year. Nothing to do with him in the first round. I would be willing to take him with the Lions' second-round pick. No, I'm drawing this absolute harsh line that I do not want to take a tight end in the first round. And I feel
you fear that Brad Holmes will take Michael Mayer.
They have a need there.
Yes, they do.
I don't think it's as big a need as some people do think it is. And the following year, I think Brock Bowers is a different level prospect than Michael Mayer. Some people don't think that. I personally do. Michael Mayer is nicknamed Baby Gronk. I don't like that. Bowers is more like a combination of Gronk and Kelsey. But again, I still wouldn't take Bowers probably where he's going to go. Some people have him the #1 rated prospect right now in the 2024 draft.
Okay, so
anyways, getting back to, I am no tight ends in the first round.
All right, that's your fear. Greg, do you have a sports fear? A Detroit sports fear?
Yeah, I would say that my biggest fear is that Michigan goes down to Columbus in a week and a half and we get a repeat of the 2018 game.
We give up 62?
Yeah, or something like that. Or they're just they're apparently not quite in the game. They scratch and claw, and the best they can do is get within 7, and then just the avalanche comes in the second half. And that's what happened in that game.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, just like your Illinois thing, I don't think that will happen this year, but that's what the fear is, right?
It's a fear. It's hard.
Fun fact, there were only 4 players on Michigan's current roster, 6th-year seniors, that were even on the roster that have been to Columbus. No one else has been to Columbus.
I know.
Interesting. And I don't even know if those players were. I know 2 of them were. Brad Robbins is one, and Joel Honigford, who was an offensive lineman at the time, now tight end. I don't think either of those guys traveled.
By the way, the Lions are not taking Joel Honigford. 248-539-9797. What is your Detroit sports fear now? Heather, you're not the hugest sports fan in the world. Would you have any?
I have no fear of sports. No, I have personal sports fears of things that I do while I work at sporting events. And most of them have already happened to me.
Oh, you got hit by a foul ball?
I got hit by a ball, that happened. Wow. And yeah, do you guys remember when that happened? It wasn't technically a foul ball. I don't even remember what happened.
You got hit by a home run?
It was like a wild pitch or something happened. It was not an actual foul ball, but I got hit right in the chest. No, I was right next to the dugout, and I was crouched down so that I was low, and there was like a little hole in the padding, and it went right through the hole and hit me like right in the sternum. And I had like a crescent-shaped bruise on my chest.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And then everybody was scaring me. All the fans were like, oh my gosh, sometimes when you're hit in the chest, you can have a heart attack. So I was freaked out. But so that's happened to me. And then also being on the field and doing like live reporting and forgetting names. That's happened to me as well.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Whose name did you forget?
Lobstein. Was that his name? Kyle Lobstein.
Kyle Lobstein.
Yep. Won't forget his name.
248-539-9797. What is your greatest Detroit sports fear? We'll take your texts, your phone calls. It's Stoney and Jansen, 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, if you're in need of affordable, minimally invasive
that car,
you have to visit my friends over at Straight Orthopedics. I've talked about Dr. Fleischman and his amazing team in the past, and I'm back at it again because they really are the best. Now take this review from Kathleen. She was a patient at Straight Orthopedics and raves about her experience. She was dreading getting surgery, but with Dr. Fleischman and his staff, she felt completely satisfied and supported every step of the way. From the minute she entered the hospital, Kathleen says she felt comfortable, and the team all were
perfect. But don't worry, it will change.
Today, Kathleen is feeling like she's well on her way to being her own self.
Just making sure it will change.
So take it from Kathleen and others. If you're suffering from joint pain, don't wait. Relief is within reach, and you can get your old life back with help from Dr. Fleischman. Call Strength Orthopedics at 855-STREIGHT. That's 855-STRAIGHT, or schedule online at strength.org. Strength Orthopedics is committed to you.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Big Boy Restaurant. Still have quite a few crashes working, including M59 westbound after Crooks. Traffic still slow from DeQuinder. On US 23, there are a couple of crashes. Southbound
That was a
Quincy
close
Road and
call.
Southbound after Lee Road. 75 both directions near East Holly Road, crashes on the shoulder, and an accident cleared southbound 75 after Sashaball. Come into Big Boy and celebrate the home of the original double-decker on Tuesday, November 22nd. Get the original double-decker for 99 cents with the purchase of a Pepsi at participating locations. Check out bigboy.com for participating locations and hours. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The Detroit Red Wings play the San Jose Sharks. Pregame tonight at 10:15 on 97.1 The Ticket.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Northville Lumber.
This Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Aren't the Vikings for real? To paraphrase Bill Parcells, your record says who and what you are. Minnesota has won tight games as Kirk Cousins' offense has answered every call, including some amazing late-game comebacks. The Vikings defense has given up the fourth most yards in the league, but they have feasted on takeaways with 18. The question is, can they keep it up this week against the Cowboys? I'm Boomer Esiason.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more front row seats. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Call 833-7-ROCKET today or visit inflationbuster.com to start saving.
Date requirements and other terms and conditions. Visit inflationbuster.com. Call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license law 56 and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Don't miss See Better, Drive Safer Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on wiper blades, headlight bulbs, and more. Right now, get up to a $20 gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Sylvania bulbs. Plus, get double O Rewards points with your purchase. Prepare for the weather ahead during See Better, Drive Safer Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
As a roofer, I don't have time to fail. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to get me what I need when I need it. Every branch working together. And with the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the latest power tool in roofing. Searching, ordering, tracking. Plus the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Go to BPCN.com.
Going 30 miles an hour.
Beacon, always building.
Maybe 10 miles an hour.
Fans a chance at winning big, really big. The World Cup Bracket Challenge is free to play, and it's only the king of sportsbooks. Pick a perfect bracket, and you'll be the legend that takes home up to $250,000. Fall a little short? Player with the most correct picks for the entire tournament wins a top prize of $50,000. Plus, you'll receive a $5 parlay free bet for every
these
group
tablets
stage
that we gotta look at later today. No rush.
And make your free picks in the World Cup Bracket Challenge today. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age or older wager. Michigan only. No existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued.
So we'll just take our time, as usual.
Free bets expire 7 days from issuance.
Correct.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7171.
I know you take Telegraph if I'm not with you.
Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Throughout the 60s and 70s, cops hunted down key figures of the Dixie Mafia, including its enigmatic ringleader, Kirksey Nix.
I'm already making money. I'm not already hurting.
15 years into Kirksey's life sentence, the Dixie Mafia was practically folklore.
Because I know you take...
I'm Jed Lipinski. This is Gone South, a documentary
Because I know
podcast
you
from
take
C13
Telegraph if I'm
Originals
not with
at
you.
KS13 Studio, Season 2, The Dixie Mafia. Available
Normally-
now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get
Normally
your
we
podcasts.
skip mornings and go back to it in the
Bets on
afternoons.
the NFL and NCAA action this weekend on Cash the Ticket with Valenti and Costa. Get it on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Detroit Lions face the New York Giants. Lions game day begins Sunday at 10 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio. Here's Stoney and Jansen.
All right, Odyssey having a new podcast, Your Weirdest Fears, downloaded free on the Odyssey app. So we're asking you your weirdest or biggest Detroit sports fear. We got a few ticket texts, and we'll get to the phones.
Yeah, I'd love to hear some of your weird fears too.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. So we could do the whole show on that. Sam in Grand Rapids. My current biggest fear for Michigan sports is that Harbaugh entertains again and or actually leaves Michigan. I think he would survive.
Yeah.
What if that was the Detroit Lion?
Yeah. Maybe Sam's not a Lion. Yes, I'd sign up for that. That Mel Tucker. Here we go. That Mel Tucker gets his own recruits and dominates. That's his biggest sports.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't like Michigan State? That's a legitimate sports fear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm reserve comment.
Okay. Their fears. Mine is similar to John's, except the game-winning TD doesn't count because of a BS penalty. Then they turn it over on the next one.
Yeah.
Biggest sports fear: AJ Hinch leaves. Biggest fear: Michigan beats Ohio State, then loses in the Big Ten championship game. The Big Ten gets shut out of the playoffs, which is two SEC teams, USC and TCU.
So let me ask you this. Does Illinois have a path to the Big Ten championship? I know they did, but if they lose to Michigan...
No.
Okay. Well, so here's what could happen is, here's your worst fear. I'll take yours a step further. Michigan loses to Illinois, but they beat Ohio State, and so obviously head-to-head, Michigan then goes to the Big Ten championship because it'd be a tie between Michigan and Ohio State, and then they play Illinois again and lose a second time.
Well, that would be a nightmare for you. Oh my God, your wife and your father-in-law.
Yeah, we'll just go here and just make a U-turn.
By the way, but the Big Ten West, if it's decided by like a multi-deal,
That was a close call.
I think Iowa has the inside track.
When we got to that jog, that was a close call.
You could see Iowa again.
Yes, you could see Iowa. Minnesota has the hardest path, but they play Iowa this week, and then I think they play Wisconsin at Wisconsin.
My biggest fear in Detroit is the Red Wings losing Game 7 to Toronto, giving Toronto their first playoff series win in years. Detroit sports fear. I want good basketball in the city so bad. My fear is the Pistons go 20-62 this year. We might not even get to 20.
Yeah.
Showing zero progress, and then get the second pick in the draft, just missing out on Wembanyama. We pick the next Darko, repeating 2003, and watch Wembanyama win multiple titles while we stay bad for another decade. That's Ryan in Waterford. Let's go to Adam. You're 97 on the ticket.
Morning, gentlemen. This is a big fear. This one might be a little out there, but mine is Yzerman getting us onto the cusp of greatness again and leaving to go to another team. But not just any team. Go to one of our hated rivals.
Like Chicago or Toronto.
Chicago, Tampa, Boston, Toronto, any one of them.
I'm in Tampa right now. I don't think that. I just take that part of your fear out. But like we said, fears are irrational. I don't think that's going to happen. Here's another one from Jared in Chelsea. My biggest sports fear is that last year's Michigan victory over Ohio State was a fluke, and then we're going to wander the desert again for another 17 years until we win the Big Ten again. Yeah, that's a legitimate fear. Greg from Allen Park. My fear of sports is Michigan State basketball having a down year. After college basketball analysts said they're going to have a great year. Most analysts didn't think they weren't even ranked.
They weren't ranked.
No.
Yeah, I mean, now that they played good against Gonzaga on the aircraft carrier, and now that they beat Kentucky.
By the way, Gonzaga got their ass kicked last night.
Yes, they did.
By Texas. And maybe Gonzaga's not as good as we thought. Jeremy in Brighton, you're on 97 on the ticket.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call. Mine isn't really so much of a fear because it already happened. I'm a huge baseball fan, and in 2013, the Tigers seemed like they put a roster together that was unstoppable. And going into Boston, I felt confident. Had tickets to the game, didn't miss a game, and then you see Anibal Sanchez throw 6 no-hit innings, and you think things are going your way, and then the next thing you know, Big Papi hits the home run, and you can just kind of feel, just with that home run, like it was over. Like there was no coming back from it. Prince Fielder rounding third, getting tagged. It was just a nightmare. But what made it worse is that when I had to go for a trip for work, it was in Boston, and I walked by Fenway Park, and I see it says 2013 World Series champions, and I'm just like, you know what? Like that series bothers me so bad that it's unthinkable. So I mean, you can just feel it, and I know that's a lot of.
You're living your greatest fear every day.
So your fear is they duplicate this.
My fear is that we haven't come back from it since. I mean, that was our best roster. Then we started dismantling.
You know what's funny?
That failed.
Yeah,
so.
well, you know what's funny?
Good.
Not to take this in a different path, but the big Poppy home run everybody talks about. Leland says that's not what cost him the series. He honestly believes the next game when Napoli hit the home run off Verlander and they lost game 3-1-0. He thought that was worse, which I don't understand, but
he was there.
Exactly. Todd Legorian, 97 on the ticket.
Hey, good morning.
Ain't good. That was a close call. Almost went underneath the walkway bridge on Cass Lake.
About Miguel Cabrera by Lynn Henning, how he's in the best shape of his life, how he's going to show these young players how to hit, and how fortunate we are going to be to sit and watch him end his career in Detroit, and we're going to get 450 at-bats with 4 home runs, a slugging of below 200, and we're going to get to hear how lucky we are as Tiger fans to have watched this guy make basically $200 million being a negative WAR player, and how he wants to go out and set the example while we watch him do what he's done the last 3 years and be told how lucky we are that we get to be part of it.
You don't see him pulling a pool holes?
No, he's not. He won't. But the point is, why is the media going to try to tell me this story? Why? You know I'm going to get that article.
Oh, of course you are. Absolutely.
How he's going to weigh 30 pounds more than he should, and he's going to not be a nice guy like he always is. And yet I'm going to get told as a Tiger fan what a privilege it is that we get to watch.
You know what's interesting, Todd? He will be in great shape when they break camp. And then as the season progresses, as power starts to decline, then you'll see the penalty.
He looks great, guys. I mean, I haven't seen him look like this in years. Maybe he looks like he could hit 20 more.
Yeah, maybe.
The reality is he hasn't since 2015 or 16.
Exactly. But that is a legitimate fear.
That's what does that mean?
That's most times.
I go back to, I just don't think he should be on this team. I get the political reason why they're doing it. I don't like it. And the fact that at best he should move to DH is just
let's go to Andrew Money. Here's Detroit Sports Fan.
My biggest Detroit sports fan has got to be Garrett Bowman starting for the next couple of years to be able to draft quarterback.
Couple of years, I would say. One more, depending on what they have in mind. Give it back up. Yeah. But yeah, hey, it's your fear.
Let's just take the fear out of it, and you get a chance. You're Grant Holmes. You're drafted, and you get a pick of any quarterbacks. Who's your quarterback?
I'm thinking Bryce Young. I'm not a fan of the same draft. I'm not going to trust him. I'm thinking Bryce Young. He's going to learn.
One last thing before we let you go.
big game this week on
Oh, yes. Saints. Big game between. It's really a big game between the Eagles and the Lions because the Eagles have the Saints pick.
Yeah, that's right.
But this is going to be humongous.
I know.
And like this is where the Rams, if they lose this game, now you're talking top 5 potential.
Yes.
If not, then it's going to be hard for them to get ahead of the Saints. I mean,
know.
seriously, I think Detroit fans should be so into this game that they should be buying Saints gear.
Well, I was looking at it too because James Winston is not going to be back.
I know it's Andy Dalton, and I was very upset to see that Stafford was healthy.
Yeah, well, yes, but no Cooper Kupp.
That's true.
Yeah.
And their offensive line had more injuries this week.
Yes.
Anyway, time for an update. Here's Chris Villar.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Sports headlines. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Michigan Hair Restoration. A big rout for Michigan at the Legends Classic in Brooklyn. 17 points by Jet Howard led them to a 91-60 victory over Pitt, with 4 players in double figures, including guard Kobe Buffkin with 14.
I feel like it's just about being aggressive. I'm going to be myself. I feel like these past few games I've been playing pretty passive. So I just tried to get down here and not allow Hunter's lane to open up. This is what we're about the guard play. So I just feel like our flow was much better there.
Well, the Wolverines now advance to the winner's game versus Arizona State tonight. A snow bowl in Mount Pleasant ending with Western Michigan overcoming the Chips with a safety and a field goal in the final 4 minutes to win 12-10. They take back the Victory Cannon Trophy. The frigid game featured 11 punts, 2 missed field goals, and 2 total touchdowns, which were scored 19 seconds apart in the opening quarter. Also, Eastern earning their 7th win with a 31-24 victory on the road to Kent State. And former Tiger Justin Verlander picking up his 3rd career Cy Young Award. It was unanimous after posting a 1.75 ERA and 18 wins for the world champion Astros in his age 39 season. Sandy Alcantara also picked up every vote on the NL side, the 2nd time ever. Both awards were unanimous. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Thank you, Chris. 248-539-9797. Blake Corum at 9:02. Missed him the first time. Now, we are talking a little bit about the Saints and the Rams, big game, obviously for draft ramifications. I want to ask this question right now. We'll take more of your phone calls on your greatest Detroit sports fear because Kyle is hanging on for that. John, Gov, Greg, who's the best team in each conference right now? Now, to me, it changes every week.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I don't want to do here, though. I want you to see through that and just, who is yours? It's kind of like what we did with the college thing earlier.
Okay, well...
Like, who do you think is...
Who's going to play for the Super Bowl, basically, is what you're asking.
Halfway through the season.
Yeah. All right, it's Kansas City, San Francisco. I think I said that in the Wide Nine. It's going to get repeated a couple of years ago. I think San Francisco, getting McCaffrey, Samuel healthy now. I mean, their defense is going to... Jimmy G's playing good, solid, non-gambling football. Their defense, like I said, is really good. And the Chiefs, even though
Ridley played gambling football, he got suspended.
That's true. The Chiefs, although they're still having not great success running the football, and the league is actually turning into a run-dominated league all of a sudden, with yards per carry being higher than it's been in decades.
Full circle.
I still think with Mahomes and getting Kadarius Toney, and their defense is still pretty good. I think they're the best team in the AFC. John,
I'm changing mine. And with the additions, the in-season additions that Miami has made, with Wilson at running back, going out there and getting out with Chubb on defense. It's. I think that they have improved themselves.
No, I was thinking of Nick Chubb.
I wasn't ever stop it after the things that you do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be serious. Did you see it on my face? And I think what they've been able to do offensively and the way that he is playing throughout the now 9 games, I think he's proven that he can be a good quarterback in this league. I'm not going to say great yet. There's still a lot to be done because he's got Hill, Waddle, Gesicki, but I think they're operating, and especially with the way that they're calling the offense. McDonald's calling the offense. I think they're going to be the team that come out of the AFC. So for right now, I'm saying it's Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
And then I think we're going to see the Philadelphia Eagles make it to the Super Bowl. I think they are playing on both sides of the ball consistently good football. And yes, there's ups and downs, there's ebbs and flows. But I think that right now Philly is playing, and because I look at the rest of the NFC, and I think in any normal year, I'd say no. Especially when they have some shortcomings.
Oh, yeah. Once Jordan Davis got hurt, I mean, look at what these teams are running. Jonathan Taylor could get 250 yards against them this week in Indy. They can't stop the run.
So you're calling for Jeff Saturday to go for 2 for 2?
Not necessarily. The Eagles can still score more points, but they give up the run. They play Tennessee later this season with Derrick Henry. I'm concerned about the run defense.
I am concerned about it as well, but I'm also going to give them time to make adjustments.
Yes, you get Davis back. Yes.
Yeah, and so I just think when you look and you say, okay, well, it's the Minnesota Vikings. I don't trust that the Minnesota Vikings can win throughout the course of the playoffs. The Giants, I'm not going to call them a fraud, but they're wins are somewhat fraudulent. And nobody in the South, nobody in the West.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the best of the worst.
You're not a 49er guy, huh?
No.
Greg, yours?
Well, I would stick with what I would have in the preseason, which was Bills and Niners, eventually playing in the Super Bowl. I think the Niners have a style of play that placates well to late in the year in December and January. And I think the Bills are playing very poorly right now. And Josh Allen's playing very poorly right now.
And a lot of injuries, too. That's a problem.
This is the thing where in the NFL, ebbs and flows of a season understand it right now. And they're in the ebb right now, but I think they eventually will correct it. Now, the two best teams playing the best right now from each conference is Kansas City and Philadelphia.
Yep, Gov?
Yeah, I mean, Greg kind of nailed it right now. If I had to pick, it's the Andy Reid Super Bowl. It was the Kansas City and Philly. I want to see more from the Niners, and I guess that's where I was picking on you, Stoney, in terms of every week.
Right.
You know, the fact of the matter is they're 5-4.
I know.
And there's not a ton of room for error for them, but I could also see them getting very hot and finishing 12-5, 11-6, and easily winning that division. I do want to give a little love to the Cowboys. I mean, they've only given up one more point than the Niners defensively. Their defense is legit, and it keeps them in all games. I'm really looking forward to that game this weekend with Minnesota.
Yeah, you know what's interesting?
I need to see the Cowboys win that game to take them serious. So I guess right now I'm gonna stick with Philly simply because I think we're picking on them because they lost one game, and they've had a little bit of a issue with the run defense here lately. But if you look at the Niners, man, why aren't we talking about their loss to Chicago? Or their loss to Atlanta.
It was so early in the season.
Well, yeah, but if they beat
I think they're building momentum.
But if they beat a 4-6 and 3-6 team like they should as a legit team, they would probably be without a doubt pick right now. Yeah. So what's going on there?
Well, I just think because of the way it was framed is right now, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, I wouldn't have picked San Francisco. But the fact that they seem to be on the, moving in a great direction. That's
I guess what I'm saying is I need to
ascending is the word.
I need to see them get that early season stuff out of their system.
Yeah. I get that.
You know what? When I think about the Kansas City Chiefs, everybody has that one loss, right? Where you look and say, how did they possibly lose to the Colts? Well, early on, you could kind of make that argument. Now you wouldn't. They lost to the Bills when the Bills were playing really good, but you look at the rest of their schedule. They've got the Chargers, the Rams, the Bengals, Broncos, Texans, Seahawks, Broncos, Raiders. They could be a team that ends this 15-2 and totally on a roll.
Yeah, and the thing is, if it goes through Arrowhead, man, I mean, as much as it was great that the Bengals won there last year, you're going to see gag that thing a little bit too.
Right. I mean, to your Miami pick, John, I mean, the fact that, and Greg picked Buffalo, Miami might have to go to Buffalo.
Right.
So, the way they're playing right
Hopefully they'll be able to shovel out that 6-game snow weather.
The Bills do get the Dolphins and Jets at home still.
That's true.
Now, they've lost on the road to both, but that is something that could really still shake things up in the Bills' favor to win that division.
But every week things change. It's crazy.
And they hold the tiebreaker on the Chiefs.
Kyle in Sterling Heights, you're a 97-1 the ticket. Kyle,
do you have us on hold? Did you set your phone down?
I'm going to put Kyle on hold and get back to him.
See if he comes around.
All right, let's try him one more. Greg's talking to him. So, anyway, 248-539-9797. We'll take your Detroit sports fears. And who are the two best teams in the NFL right now? One of each conference, obviously. Who's going to play in the Super Bowl right now, in your opinion? Let's get off of this. To me, it's the Chiefs and the 49ers.
It's hard to vote against the Chiefs.
My preseason with Chargers and Niners, I wouldn't necessarily don't think that's impossible yet.
No.
I was actually pretty impressed with the way LA played Sunday night. But it's kind of like with them, they've had this thing going on for years. Like, ever since Rivers had early playoff success, it's kind of some bugaboo about this franchise. They can never win the division. And just when you think they're super talented and you can trust them, you can't. Or a kicker misses a kick.
Yeah, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are back this week. So you'll get to see at least their offense in full stead.
Good.
I think the Bills, other than the Chiefs, because the Bills were my preseason pick to go to the Super Bowl. I think when healthy, and if they can get healthy again,
right, their defense
they're the one that
especially the secondary, right?
Yeah, they're the one that's best built to put a Super Bowl run together, and whether it's to compete with the Chiefs or anybody out of the NFC. I think.
But they get, I'll judge how good they are by how they, handle the tough game next Thursday.
The tough game next Thursday. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
A week from today.
Well, I mean, it's the time difference too. Like they're so used to starting at 1, starting at 12:30 could really throw them off.
Well, you guys earlier you mentioned the big snowstorm, lake effect snow coming to Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's why that game's not getting moved.
Right.
They play their Thanksgiving. There's no way they're playing that game on Monday. Maybe they back it up to 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock or something, because I guess the lake effect whatever warning thing ends right at 1 on Sunday.
Yeah,
but the
it's a
forecast
matter of clearing the field.
Well, the forecast is saying right now that the snow is supposed to be out of there midday Saturday. So you're basically got 24 hours to clear it, like the major snow.
Yeah, but I mean, can you imagine trying to clear out of a stadium 4 to 6 feet of snow?
Well, you have, high-duty snow blowers. The field will be fine, and then, if they can't get the stands in, people won't go. They'll play. It'll be like a COVID game. No fans.
Maybe they can move it to Cleveland.
Yeah. Or they just mask up to keep the snow out of their face.
Yeah. Too far out. Maybe they'd move it to Detroit. Lions aren't playing here on Sunday.
But that would be a massive advantage for the Browns. But, I mean, obviously it would be to go to Cleveland, too.
Right.
But, come on.
Well,
I mean, part of their home mystique is this.
Yeah, but if it's a physical impossibility, I mean, 6 feet of snow, if they get the top end of that's going to be impossible in 24 hours to clear that stadium.
Right.
Let alone, the parking lots. I mean, you got to put that snow somewhere. You got to shovel it all down to the field. And yeah, I understand you could truck it out at that point, but that's a ton of snow.
I know. All right, coming up next, you'll hear what Brian Daboll, the head coach of the New York Giants, has to say about his adversary on Sunday, Dan Campbell, 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, start NFL Week 11 off right tonight with a snow sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or you already have an account. You're going to get free bets back if your Thursday night same-game parlay doesn't hit. NFL same-game parlays are the perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. And as we mentioned, Tennessee Titans, they're traveling up to Green Bay. Take Derrick Henry over rushing yards. Allen Lazard over receiving yards. A.J. Dillon anytime touchdown. Whatever you want, that's the beauty of it. You can build your own, or you can choose from one of the popular SGPs pre-built for you in FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. However you want to play, you can bet the NFL on Thursday night with a no-sweat same-game parlay. All you got to do, sign up with promo code Jansen if you don't have an account. If you do have a FanDuel account, just sign in, see what you've got, and make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or over and present. Michigan 3+ legs, minimum $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bet $5. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
Probably on their cell phones, I think.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Nika IBEW Local 58. A crash is still working M59 westbound at
Heavily
Crooks.
drunk.
Backed up from Mount. An earlier crash is cleared.
Could be
Southbound
drunk or
75
something.
at Quintonville Road, still delays there. And an accident blocks the left lane, both shoulders, southbound 75 after East Holly Road. It's National Apprenticeship Week.
Maybe they were talking on their phones, I think.
Some of our hardworking electrical apprentices who help build, connect, light, and power the region. Apprentices get paid while they learn and are building a lifelong career. Learn more at DetroitEITC.org. The best contractors, the best electricians, period. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Unparalleled insight and opinions for all of the weekend NFL action. Kick off with Boomer and Valenti, Sunday mornings at 9 on 97.1 The Ticket.
At Ford, we know a thing or two about strength in what we build and in the city of Detroit. Because we know we're at our best when we come together. Whether that's on the football field, the assembly line, or working to make our community a better place to live. That's why we at Ford have proudly invested in this place we're even prouder to call home. By creating hundreds of jobs at our new Rouge electric vehicle plant. By helping build a campus, neighborhood, and urban center of the future at Michigan Central Station. and continue our commitment to doing the hard work that will always set this place apart. So if it's strength, forward progress, and momentum you're looking for this Sunday, you don't have to look all that far to find it. It's right here at home, and it's being built Ford proud.
It's that time of year again. Time to renew your health insurance. Please remember, you only have 45 days to get enrolled in a plan, with the deadline being December 15th. You need to call me, Mike Prepper, now and let me find you a plan that fits your current needs and budget. Call me, Mike Prepper, at 877-734-2200 or on the web at nbphealth.com. And remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
Did you know that the Detroit Urban headquarters building is located in a historic home built by and lived in by architect Albert Kahn? Originally constructed in 1907, the Kahn House is an important part of Detroit's history.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board